So now let's step 7. For step 7, we want to create a formula, use some functions to total the expense values using the defined range named payroll exp and OPEXP. So here is our D18 and we want to use a sum formula. Where how to do that? So we can use equal sign as UM. And instead of click the cell, we want to use the name we just defined. We defined two. One is a payroll exp, right? Okay, and then comma. Then we're gonna have the OPEXP, which is this one. And then we close the bracket and press enter. This is the total expense you're supposed to have. Okay, so that's step 7. So now let's move to step 8. For step 8, so we want to, in cell 21, we want to remove the hyperlink, right? And this one is a common questions pop up in the MLS exam, so you must know how to do that. So what we can do here is just instead of left click, I want you right click. When you right click, let's move it down a little bit, and there is a button which is called remove hyperlink, right? So let's click this remove hyperlink. Okay, so now we unlink this name now. Okay, so next one, step 9. For step 9, this one is a little bit confused, but it's still helpful if you know how to do that, right? So for this one, instead, we still need to use a sum function. How to use sum functions? Remember, use equal sign as UM. However, this time we're not sum in the values in the exactly same worksheet. We're actually gonna sum the values in 3 different worksheets, which is from Charlotte to Milwaukee, right? And they want us to use a 3D reference and the group worksheet. So which means like we need to sum them together, and the values from this 3 sheet will be the C6. Let's go to check what is the C6 talks about. So we can click this one, right, and the C6. Okay, so this is the revenue from Charlotte, and this is the revenue from Denver, and obviously this is the revenue from Milwaukee. And we wanted to use one formula to sum all this total revenue. So let's go back here, and where it should be it should be E6. Okay, so in E6 we insert the formula, and still same thing as UM. So this times we're gonna use Charlotte, so it's ARLOTTE, and semicolon, we use semicolon. Then we type Milwaukee. Okay, and we want to use 3D, right? So we use this sign, and then we type C6, and we close this bracket. So this is a formula, remember? Okay, make sure you type them right. So we press enter. So now we calculate it. This formula means like we're gonna sum the values, the C6 from Charlotte to C6 from Milwaukee. Also, it's including the C6 from Denver. So this is what that means. Okay, so now we need to copy the formula to the rest of the range, especially in E17 and E19. We need to copy and the formula and number formatting only, which means there's another paste a choice you can choose. So now let's copy it. So simply, you can use Ctrl+C, or you can just like me, right click and copy it. And we want to paste it here. See, when I paste it here, it's already automatically switched from C6 to C7. So same here, we want to copy it here, and we also want to copy it here. And moreover, for this one, we're gonna switch it a little bit. Instead of paste it like what we did before, this times, because from E17 to E19, we want to use number the formula and the number formatting only. So you want to click this paste and find this one, formula. The third one, formulas and number formatting. Make sure you click the right button. So click this one. Okay, so now we haven't finished yet. So because we haven't have this one, E10, E11 down, what you can do, you can keep like just paste it here, or you can, like what I did, just drag it here. There's same thing. So still like the same values, right? Switch to C10, C11, this is C13. I haven't got the rest down. I just drag in the right lower bar corners, just drag it. Say this is CE14, C14. Yeah, great. So now that's the last one. Okay, so we're all set for this step. Okay, so for that's step 9. If you don't know how to do that, again, you can stop the video and go back and to watch what did I do about this part. So then the next one will be go to the Charlotte. This is Charlotte, okay? So we want to calculate the percentage of sales for each expense values. Assign the definitive revenue to the cell C6. So don't be bothered about the first sentence. Only the second sentence is something we need to care. So we want to define the name revenue to C6. Where is my C6? This is the C6, and we want to define it as revenue, right? So what you can do, once you can right click define name, and click type the revenue. If you don't, if you already have it here, you click OK. If you don't have that, click OK. Okay, so that's all set. And that's step 10. So for step 11, so it's we wanted to enter a formula without the use of functions. And we divided the cost of sales values. So let's go back to here, which means in D7, and we want to use cost of sales, right? Divide the revenue, because we want to divide the cost of sales values by the revenue amount. So this is a part you need to take care. So what should we do? So which means we're gonna use equal sign. Make sure you are in the Charlotte Excel worksheet, okay? So we click this C7, right? And we want to divide it and the C6. But I don't want you to use C6 because they want us to use a name. So we just use IEVENUE and you press enter. So this is the value you're supposed to have. You know, like when I teach my previous section, I have one student, like he tell me he keep getting 0 in these cells, which means he might forgot to click this percentage. Like for example, if I click like make it as general, and then when I make everything done, it's getting 0. But we don't want to have 0 here, so we want to use the percentage. So this is the one you need to get, and I think we don't need the decimal. You can just click this button, remove the decimal. Okay, so again, I'll repeat it one more time. So what we can do in this cells, just use these buttons divided by the total values, and which is the revenue, and press enter. So all set. So now when you do the similar thing we did in step 9, just copy the formula, we copy it. I want to paste it here. You can paste it down all the rest of cells. And here, and moreover, we want to paste it, use formulas and number formatting. This is the choice they want us to choose. And now we copy the formula to the rest of cells. Okay, looks great to me. Okay. So that's all set, and that's step 11. It seems I didn't miss anything. Looks great to me. Okay, so now let's move to step 12. For step 12, we wanted to group the Charlotte, Denver, Milwaukee worksheet and apply the heading style. So remember how to change the heading style? And we do this one before. We learned about this one before. Remember how to do that? Okay, let's see how to do that. Okay, So now I want you to group these 3 worksheets. So what you can do is I want you to click the control. And if you don't have control, you're using the Mac, you can click the command on your keyboard. Then click Denver, click Milwaukee. Then now when you see the all white means like they has been grouped. So now we need to change the format in this cell, right? So for this one, we want to change it to the cell styles. You click these buttons and click the heading one. So this is the one we want to have. And you also need to make sure, because we group them, once we change the styles in this B2, in the rest of the worksheet, it's gonna have the same thing. Let's check if it works. So we click Denver, since they are the heading one. See, they are heading one. Yeah, we don't need to change anything. This one seems also the heading one, right? Did you see this one is already been choose, right? So that's the step we want us to do. And moreover, we want to copy this format and move to the dashboard. This one we also want to change the B2 here. Oh yeah, okay. That matters. We can also click here. Now this one is also the heading one. Then we're all set. Okay, so we have to ungroup them. So just double click anywhere, then just click them one more time. Just right click any buttons here, click ungroup. So we're all set. Make sure you ungroup all of them, okay? So yeah, but I think that's it. I'm gonna save it. Let me quickly check. Everything looks great to me, right? Okay, let's try to submit it to see how much I can get for this project. Okay, I right click. Again, this time I already saved it in my desktop, right? You can click the desktop. And I saved it in the new folders I just created in my desktop, which is this one. You can check the date. So which for me is 2/36, right? So you click these buttons, click open, and submit it. Let's see if I'm able to get 20 out of 20.